What was that?
I don't know. Hello, people. So today, hopefully, is my first day of chemotherapy, and my beautiful, talented wife, is driving me to get my first chemo treatment. So the only concern we did have, is that sometimes I have this thing which I can't pronounce.
Folliculitis.
Folliculitis. Is that
Very
right?
similar to the follicular lymphoma that you were talking about.
All the folliculars. It's too much. extra follicular activity. Is that what I'm doing? All right. Yes. My wife loves puns. I used to hate them, but then she infected my mind with her pun loving. Anyway, so sometimes I get
a pun loving attitude.
Yes. So this is unrelated to cancer. Pun loving. Very good.
Sorry.
But sometimes my hair, which is like this, I guess, grows in on itself. It's called an ingrown hair, which I guess everyone knows. But sometimes mine are really bad and intense.
You have a really coarse beard.
Yes, I have a coarse beard. I have like baby skin and barbed wire hair, which is what I always say. So sometimes the hair stays in and gets mad and gets infected, and so that's kind of what's happening. I won't get too close, so you don't have to see all the gross. What's happening here. And it's my understanding that if you're getting chemo, they don't want you to be infected with stuff because your white blood cell count goes down. But doc said it shouldn't be too bad. They'll probably just give me some antibiotics, and I should be good to go. Also, interesting part of our adventure was they gave me, I had 5 prescriptions. 3 are anti-nausea medicines. If one doesn't work, you go to the next one, so you get like 3 lines of defense against nausea, which is fantastic because of the whole cancer experience. Nausea has been sort of the thing I've been least looking forward to. I know that sounds kind of crazy.
Have you been looking forward to the other aspects of your cancer experience?
Some parts of it.
Okay.
Is that crazy? Maybe that's crazy.
I mean, I don't know. Whatever. It's your experience.
Yeah, so that's great. And then I have a numbing cream, which I'm going to talk about in a second, and then a steroid. I'm going to have, I think, quite a bit of steroids, which are going to do things to me. So I might be up at like 4 in the morning, like,
washing
"Hi,
dishes.
let's talk about weird." My videos might get weirder. I don't know. But yeah, so we had to apply the numbing cream in the car because you have to do it an hour before, and there's traffic and stuff that we're in now, and we're just trying to make it to the appointment on time. So let's see if I can show you. There's a little baggie, and then the numbing agent, and then a napkin over it.
There's a 6-minute slowdown.
So the numbing is supposed to prevent, like, pain when they have to poke the port site, and that's where they give you the medicine. They put the needle in, and then that's the sound that it makes. Yeah.
Can you pick a different sound?
I don't make the rules.
You just do like a little.
That's the sound it makes. That might be more accurate. I don't know if it makes any sound.
I don't think it should make sound.
It should make sound. So we applied that while we were driving and everything like that. So that's cool. And we're in traffic right now. So this is sort of like the beginning of it all. I know I've made 4 videos. 4?
Oh, I thought you'd done 3. Did I miss one?
You probably missed one.
Oh no.
Maybe I've done 3. I don't know. I thought I did 4. Let's just say I did 4 videos. This is sort of where it actually gets real. And I know it's my theme. Andy does whatever for real. So today is Andy going to chemo for real. And I don't know if this is going to just be like a short video or I'm going to try to capture the whole experience. I don't know to what extent we're allowed to film stuff. But again, I want to share my experiences with you guys. And so you can kind of see what it's like and what I'm going through. So I don't know. I just feel like this is the day. This is the day of days. The day where it all starts. So again, right now we're hopeful. We had a good little breakfast. We have plenty of snacks. I'm supposed to be there for like 6 to 8 hours to more, depending. And you're just kind of there all day. And that's just the first time because they're basically seeing what your body does in response to the chemochemicals. So I have my laptop. I want to do some writing. I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but I am working on a novel. So that I want to work on. I have drawing materials, so I could do that. Video game system, so my wife and I can play.
You have a wife to sit and talk to if you
Yes,
feel like
and
you
my
don't want
wife
to do
to sit and talk to.
media-related things.
Yeah, because, honestly, part of me thinks I'm not going to use any of those things because we just generally enjoy sitting and talking to each other. I know, enjoying your spouse. It's crazy. It's a crazy
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing. Hey guys, I am in the middle of my chemo, in the beginning phases. I'm just going for a little walk. Here's my wife, and my machine. You can't really see it. Can you help me with that?
Yeah.
This is my chemo meds, Hypofixx. It's going in here. And it's the first medicine. It takes the longest. I'm 1/3 of the way done, which is pretty cool. Once this is done, the other medicines are supposed to go faster. I had a little bit of a reaction. I got cold. They gave me some more steroids. Now I feel warm, and I'm kind of like Zippy, so I'm moving around. I've been writing, hanging out. Had some Greek yogurt, which was delicious. Some fries, which were delicious. But I'm doing well. So this is the beginning of chemo. So far, so good. Just going for a little walk. All right. I don't know. It's red stuff, and it's supposed to help me not have cancer anymore. Diana, you know what the red stuff is, right?
I mean,
red stuff?
yeah.
So this is actually just Kool-Aid. It's just Kool-Aid, so we have a good time.
Having a good time.
We're having a good time. So first day of chemo is done. 12 hours later. Yeah, so we got here at 9:20.
9:15.
And now we're leaving at 9:32. So that was all chemo. But honestly, my resounding feeling is grateful. I'm just really grateful, honestly, because I didn't have any crazy reactions to the medicine. At one point I did have chills, so they had to slow the process, which is kind of partially why, we had to head out late because I was there for a long time. But we had a wonderful nurse. She was amazing and very sweet and very gentle and kind. I think there's a place for all different types of nursing. Sometimes you need a firm nurse, sometimes you need a rough nurse, tough nurse. But I had a very gentle and sweet nurse, and that was totally the flavor I was hoping for today. Someone sort of injecting you with all sorts of scary chemicals. Like she had to wear protective gear, and she couldn't touch them. They could hurt your skin and all this stuff, and they're injecting this into your body. These really toxic things that, of course, are going to help me, get rid of the cancer. But she was very sweet, and she made time to sit and chat with us. And I also got to meet with the pharmacist who told me about the medicines, and I got a packet. It was really helpful information. And my wife was with me for all 12 hours, hanging out. And it was just, that's the thing, it's funny, and I don't know if this is like a point of maturity, like growing up or not, but I just feel like if you can spend 12 hours in a tiny room with someone and not get bored, not feel like awkward or like, I want to be somewhere else. If you can find someone like that, that is the person you should marry. And I feel like I say bored, but you just feel like I felt comfortable. I'm sitting there and I don't know. It's kind of like they read you the list of horrible things that could possibly happen. And then they stick you and they're like, oh, okay, well, here's all the medicine. Again, they were wonderful. They were sweet. I'm not saying anything bad about them. But it's like you can go into anaphylactic shock and you could throw up and you can have a fever and they go on and on and on. I won't list everything here. But I just ended up having kind of a very kind of, I won't say restful necessarily because it's kind of stressful, but a nice day. It was a really kind of, I had a really sweet nurse. We met like other nurses who gave me a lot of helpful advice, like general life advice, you know, and my wife was with me the whole time, and it's just so much comfort and strength that you can gain from someone who you know loves you so well and is just up for anything. She's like, oh, do you want to play video games? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? Most of the time I just kind of chilled. I mean, I went for a few walks, which I'll maybe post in a video, just around the hallway, just to kind of, so I'm not just sitting in a bed all day. And I did some writing. Again, I mentioned that on my novel. I got to work on that, which was great. But overall, it's just nice to be in the company of a good person, whether that's a good friend or, you know, in my case, my wife, who is both my, you know, best friend and also my wife, which it works out. So, I guess the end of the day, I just want to say that my first chemo went well, you know. They say, though, that it's this, so chemo, in my situation, it's a 3-week process. You get your medicine, and then for 5 days you take steroids to just kind of keep everything on track, and then after you take the steroids, it's like that next week where things kind of crash and your white blood cell count goes down. So I might experience some more difficult and challenging symptoms as time goes on. I may not. You know, we can hopefully pray for for a more easy road, but whatever the road is, I'm going to take it because that's the road that I'm on. But I'm just grateful right now. I'm grateful for a day that went by mostly without bumps, you know. I'm grateful for wonderful nurses who feel called to their job and feel a love for their job, and you can just see it in their earnestness and how they do their job. These people were vulnerable but also strong. Again, they're telling me about their lives, and we're just sitting and having a nice conversation. And I'm grateful for a family like my parents, who are, I haven't talked about them enough on these videos, but are doing everything for my home. Like, my mother does all this laundry and cleans the kitchen and dishes and diapers, and I mean, I try to jump in when I can, of course, but she's like a machine. Like, she's a machine. It's incredible. And my father has become the walking pillow, the sleeping pill for our baby. They chant, they dance, and then she falls asleep. She goes, nah, and he goes, meh, and they just go back and forth, and it's pretty great. And my father is just a big teddy bear, and he just loves on the baby and puts her to sleep. And I think Lucia is enjoying time with her Yaya Bop as well, my oldest. So overall, grateful for a family that's here. I don't take it for granted. Not everybody has what I have, and I understand the weight of that. I understand that. I really do, and I'm just very grateful. It's a precious thing that I have. In my new family with my wife, I guess not so new, it still feels pretty new, and my kids, but also my parents, who are just so steadfast and committed to caring for me. And not just my parents, my parents-in-law. You know, my mother-in-law was messaging me all day, sending me encouraging quotes and pictures and just positive imagery, positive speak, and just loving words, saying like, I'm here for you, I'm praying for you. All these things are great, are wonderful things. The fact that my wife has a job where we have insurance, where we can pay for these things. Not everybody has a lot of these wonderful things, and so I'm just, again, grateful and thankful for all that. And all of the people that have been watching these videos and you know, enjoying them. I mean, thank you. Whoever you are, if we never meet, if you don't know me, or if you know me through my wife or somebody else, thank you so much for watching these, and I hope that you continue to enjoy them. Anyway, first day of chemo, 12 hours, all done. So yeah, so I'm gonna try to do a montage thing as well, maybe. I don't know what's gonna happen. We'll see. I have my buddy Murdoch working on something new in terms of the music, so I'm excited about that as well. All right, y'all, wherever you are, I hope you have a good day or a good night, and I'll see you guys soon.